The countdown is over, and all eyes are on the trailer for The Summer I Turned Pretty Season 3, Episode 8. For weeks, the fandom has been waiting, refreshing feeds, and piecing together leaks. But the wait has ended, and what's coming is bigger than anyone imagined. Episode 8 has been teased as the breaking point of the season, the one episode that could tear apart everything the characters have built. Belly's engagement to Jeremiah looked fragile before, but now, after the trailer reveal, it's clear that fragile doesn't even begin to cover it. Their love story has been walking on glass, and in episode 8, every step shatters the floor beneath them. Jeremiah has given his whole heart, but the shadow of Conrad is everywhere, growing heavier with every second. The trailer hints at more than just tension, it's signaling the collapse of the love triangle in a way we've never seen before. From the first second of the teaser, you feel it. The weight of choice. Belly has been torn between comfort and passion, between loyalty and desire, between the boy who stayed and the boy who always owned her heart. But now, the trailer makes it clear. This is the moment she can't hide anymore. Jeremiah sees it in her eyes, and Conrad, who has been quiet, who has been patient, is ready to make a final move. The love triangle isn't just spiraling out of control, it's turning into an explosion that can't be stopped. For fans who thought they knew where the story was going, the trailer says otherwise. Episode 8 isn't about keeping balance. It's about destruction, heartbreak, and the kind of choices that change everything. And it's not just about Belly's heart. The trailer release date reveal came with heavy whispers from the production team. This episode is written to leave fans shattered, the way Jenny Han promised. Every episode this season has been building, piling secret on top of secret, pushing emotions to the edge. And now, episode 8 is where it all comes crashing down. Laurel and Belly's relationship has been crumbling in the background, but the trailer makes it clear. This rift is about to explode into something much bigger. This isn't just about love. It's about family, about betrayal, about the cost of growing up when choices come with scars. Fans caught quick flashes in the teaser that suggest Laurel and Belly's bond may break in a way no one can fix. That heartbreak stacked on top of Belly's tangled love life is what makes episode 8 more dangerous than any finale before it. But here's the twist that has everyone talking. The trailer doesn't just tease heartbreak, it teases a revelation. A moment that could rewrite what we thought we knew about Belly's journey. Some fans believe it's about her final decision between the brothers. Others are convinced there's something deeper, a secret Belly has been hiding, or perhaps one of the boys has been carrying all along. The production has been ruthless this season, throwing out the book's storylines, adding shocking flashbacks, even daring to give fans the viral scene between Belly and Conrad that broke the internet. If they're willing to go that far, then what's coming in episode 8 might be even more brutal. Every glance in the trailer is loaded, every line sharp enough to cut. Jeremiah looks at Belly like he knows her heart isn't his. Conrad looks at her like he's about to risk everything. And Belly, she looks caught in the storm, aware that whichever way she turns, someone she loves will be destroyed. The love triangle isn't a game anymore. It's a war that can't end with everyone standing. The trailer release date announcement has turned speculation into a frenzy, and the closer we get, the clearer it becomes. Fans aren't ready for what's about to hit. Because here's the truth, this isn't just another chapter, this is the unraveling. Belly's engagement, Jeremiah's hope, Conrad's last chance, Laurel's patience, everything is dangling by a single thread. And episode 8 isn't here to tie things together neatly. It's here to cut the thread, to burn down the triangle, to leave fans staring at their screens in silence, heartbroken, devastated, and still begging for more. The trailer tells us one thing, the endgame is here, and it's nothing like what we expected. The trailer release date isn't just a piece of news, it's a warning. The Summer I Turned Pretty Season 3, Episode 8 is coming with a force that fans aren't ready to face. For weeks, whispers spread that this episode would redefine the entire season, but the trailer reveal makes it undeniable. The story is heading into uncharted waters. Belly's engagement, once shown as a fragile promise, is hanging by its final thread. Jeremiah has been the steady one, the choice of safety and consistency, but the trailer doesn't paint him as a victor. It paints him as a man bracing for heartbreak. His eyes in those brief flashes reveal it all. He knows something is wrong. He knows Conrad still lives in Belly's heart. And episode 8 will show whether Jeremiah chooses to fight for her or whether he finally lets go. The fandom has already erupted, dissecting every frame, every pause, every line of the teaser. On fanboards, theories are exploding like fireworks. Some believe that Jeremiah will catch Belly and Conrad in a moment too intimate to ignore, that the truth will finally burn out the lie of her engagement. Others argue that Jeremiah will be the one to make the choice, walking away before Belly even has the chance. But what unites every theory is the certainty that Jeremiah cannot escape this storm unharmed. Belly's heart is divided, but her indecision has consequences, and the trailer makes it brutally clear someone is going to bleed. And then there's Conrad, the boy who has lingered in the shadows, holding back his feelings, watching Belly slip further and further from his grasp. But now, the trailer hints at a turning point, a bold move, a desperate confession, a risk that could destroy them all or finally bring Belly back to him. The tension is unbearable. Conrad has been painted as both the heartbreak and the hope of this story, and fans know that episode 8 could be his final chance. If he doesn't speak now, he loses her forever. If he does, he risks shattering Jeremiah beyond repair. The trailer leaves us dangling in that space, watching him prepare to step into the fire. And it's that uncertainty, the possibility of either salvation or destruction, that makes this episode the most anticipated of the entire season. But it's not just about love. It never is. The trailer subtly points toward the cracks in the family dynamic, cracks that are spreading fast. Laurel, Belly's mother, has carried her own burdens this season, but her patience is nearly gone. The strain between her and Belly has been growing, and the trailer confirms what fans feared. It's about to explode. Belly's choices aren't just breaking Jeremiah or tempting Conrad, they're pulling her further from her mother, the one person who has always tried to guide her. In episode 8, that bond will be tested in ways that may be beyond repair. The fandom is already bracing for a confrontation, one that could define not just Belly's romantic life, but her entire future. Because when family breaks, the scars don't fade easily. Jenny Han promised fans that this season would throw out the old map, that it wouldn't follow the books word for word, and she has kept that promise with ruthless precision. Already, we've seen shocking deviations, intimate flashbacks no one expected, viral moments that shook the internet, and heartbreak layered so heavily that fans can barely keep up. Episode 8, the trailer warns, is the culmination of that chaos. The writers aren't interested in giving fans comfort. They're interested in tearing us apart. Every second of that teaser pulses with dread, with the sense that we're approaching the point of no return. And still, one question burns brighter than the rest. Will Belly finally choose, or will she lose them both? The trailer doesn't answer. It taunts us. It shows fragments, looks, hints of betrayal and confession, but it withholds the truth. That's why speculation is running wild. Some believe Belly will confess her true feelings to Conrad, sparking the collapse of her engagement. Others believe she will cling to Jeremiah out of fear, out of safety, only to regret it when it's too late. And there are darker theories too, ones that suggest Belly might end up with neither, standing alone in the wreckage of the triangle that defined her youth. Whatever the outcome, the trailer makes one thing certain. This is not the tidy romance we once thought it was. This is devastation dressed as love. Episode 8 is being treated like a finale within the season, a breaking point that fans will talk about long after the credits roll. The release date reveal didn't just set a clock ticking, it started the countdown to heartbreak. Fans are already marking calendars, planning watch parties, preparing to cry, because they know what's coming isn't joy, it's destruction. And yet, they can't look away. That's the power of this story. It drags us in, makes us care, makes us hope, even when we know hope will be ripped away. Belly's engagement, Jeremiah's devotion, Conrad's longing, Laurel's disappointment, it's all converging in episode 8, and the trailer is proof that nothing will be left standing. So here we are, on the edge of the storm. The trailer has spoken, and its message is clear. Everything is about to collapse. The love triangle will not survive intact. The family bond will be tested, secrets will spill, choices will scar. And Belly, caught in the center of it all, will finally face the consequences of every decision she's delayed. The Summer I Turned Pretty Season 3, Episode 8 isn't just a release date on a calendar, it's the beginning of the end. The trailer release date for The Summer I Turned Pretty. Season 3, Episode 8 has unleashed more than just excitement. It has unleashed panic. Fans can feel it in their bones. This episode is not coming to heal, it's coming to wound. And the deeper you look into the teaser, the more obvious it becomes. Every second is dripping with unspoken truths. Belly's engagement, which has been holding on by the thinnest of threads, is ready to snap in the harshest way. Jeremiah, who has been the anchor, the steady and constant presence, suddenly looks like a man walking toward heartbreak he already sees coming. His love for Belly has been unconditional, but love without trust cannot survive. The trailer whispers it. Jeremiah is about to learn a truth he cannot unhear. But it isn't Jeremiah's pain alone that defines this episode. Conrad's shadow is everywhere, and this time, it doesn't feel like background noise. It feels like destiny crashing in. For so long, Conrad has been the unspoken choice, the boy who Belly's heart always drifts back to, even when her mind tells her otherwise. Episode 8's trailer shows us flashes of his determination, a new kind of fire in his eyes. It's the look of someone who has nothing left to lose. And when a character has nothing left to lose, they become dangerous. Not in the sense of violence, but in the way they can shake the foundations of everything around them. Fans already suspect that this will be the moment Conrad confesses what he's held back. And when he does, the triangle will collapse under the weight of honesty. Jeremiah will be shattered. Belly will be torn apart. And Conrad will stand in the ruins, knowing that truth always comes with a cost. The fandom reaction has only heightened the chaos. Social media feeds are flooding with breakdowns, screenshots, and theories. One corner of the internet insists that Jeremiah will finally explode, lashing out in anger and heartbreak, exposing Belly's unresolved feelings in a way that forces her to confront them. Another group believes Belly herself will break, unable to keep hiding, and she will confess the truth with tears in her eyes. But then there are those who think the trailer is a trick, that the writers are playing with us, showing fragments that don't mean what we think. If that's true, then the devastation of Episode 8 will be even more shocking because it means fans are preparing for the wrong heartbreak. And then comes Laurel, the quiet storm no one is paying enough attention to. Belly's mother has been drifting further from her daughter, the distance growing wider with every choice Belly makes. The trailer confirms this rift is not a side plot. It's a fault line that could split the entire story in two. Laurel has always been the voice of reason, the one trying to protect Belly from mistakes that last forever. But when your daughter is choosing between two brothers, when she is breaking hearts and betraying trusts, how far can a mother's patience stretch before it snaps? The trailer hints at confrontation, maybe even a fallout that could scar Belly more deeply than either Jeremiah or Conrad ever could. Because lovers may come and go, but family defines you. And when family breaks, the ground beneath you collapses. Jenny Han promised devastation, and Episode 8 is the storm she has been building toward. Already, the season has proven it isn't afraid of risk. Intimate flashbacks that rewrite everything fans thought they knew, viral moments that made the internet erupt, and storylines that tossed the books aside without hesitation. The trailer release date isn't just an announcement, it's a reminder. No one is safe. The writers are ruthless, and the time for comfort has ended. Now comes the fire, the collapse, the unraveling that fans have feared and secretly craved. But here's the most chilling part. The trailer doesn't answer the question everyone is screaming. Will Belly finally choose, or will she lose them both in the process? It shows the looks, the tears, the tension, but it never gives the resolution. That silence is louder than any confession. It tells us the writers are saving the sharpest knife for the episode itself, not the teaser. It tells us that whatever we are imagining is still not enough to prepare us for what's coming. The heartbreak will be worse, the choice will be heavier, and the aftermath will be devastating. Episode 8 is being framed as the breaking point, the episode that tears the love triangle apart beyond recognition. Fans are bracing for Jeremiah's heartbreak, Conrad's confession, and Belly's collapse. But what no one is ready for are the scars. Because this isn't just about who Belly chooses, it's about what's left when the choosing is done. And the trailer makes it clear there will be no clean ending, no simple resolution, only broken hearts, fractured families, and the weight of choices that cannot be undone. The release date has been set, and the countdown has begun. Fans are circling the date on their calendars, holding their breath, waiting for the storm to break. And when it does, nothing will ever be the same again. The Summer I Turned Pretty, Season 3, Episode 8, isn't just a trailer, it's a promise. A promise that by the end of this episode, Belly will no longer be the girl we knew. She will be transformed, scarred, reshaped by the decisions she finally makes. And fans will be left shattered, wondering how much more heartbreak their hearts can take. The trailer for The Summer I Turned Pretty, Season 3, Episode 8, doesn't just build tension, it delivers a chilling sense of finality. Fans are watching it frame by frame, searching for hope, but what it shows instead is the slow collapse of everything Belly thought she could hold together. The engagement to Jeremiah, once fragile but still breathing, is now nothing more than a thread fraying in the wind. The trailer makes it unmistakable. Jeremiah is no longer fighting from a place of strength. He's fighting from desperation, from fear, from the kind of love that already knows it is slipping away. And when love turns desperate, it doesn't heal. It destroys. Episode 8 is shaping up to be the moment when Jeremiah either clings so tightly that everything breaks, or when he finally releases Belly, leaving her to face the truth she has avoided for far too long. Conrad's presence in the trailer is equally haunting. He's not the background shadow anymore. He's stepping forward, ready to risk it all. For seasons, fans have watched him hold back, protect his brother, bury his feelings, and suffer in silence. But silence can only last so long before it bursts, and the trailer shows us flashes of that explosion. There's a look in his eyes that screams of a final confession, a last stand for the love he has carried. Fans are already debating whether this will be the moment Conrad tells Belly everything, regardless of the fallout. If he does, it will burn Jeremiah. If he doesn't, it will burn him. Either way, the fire is inevitable. That's why the fandom is calling Episode 8 the point of no return. Because whichever choice Conrad makes, nothing will ever go back to the way it was. And Belly, poor Belly, is at the center of this hurricane, spiraling deeper into the storm. The trailer makes her face impossible to ignore. She looks torn, haunted, exhausted by the weight of decisions that should never have been hers to make, yet cannot be escaped. Every glance at Jeremiah is heavy with guilt. Every look at Conrad heavy with longing, and every moment in between heavy with the crushing awareness that she cannot have both. Fans have always argued about who Belly truly loves, but the trailer suggests something more dangerous. Maybe she doesn't even know herself. Maybe the cruelest twist of all is that Belly's indecision has cost her the chance at either love. Episode 8, teased so carefully in the trailer, might not be about Belly choosing at all. It might be about Belly losing. But beneath the chaos of love and heartbreak lies another wound waiting to split open. Laurel. Belly's mother, the one who has stood as her voice of reason, is reaching her breaking point. The tension between them has been brewing for too long, and now the trailer hints at a confrontation that fans are terrified to see. Laurel has always believed in protecting Belly, guiding her, but what happens when a mother feels her daughter slipping too far? What happens when the choices Belly makes don't just hurt her, but hurt everyone around her? The fandom suspects that Episode 8 will give us the ugliest fight yet between mother and daughter, one that could leave both of them scarred. Because love triangles may make for heartbreak, but family fights make for devastation. And this one could change everything. Jenny Han's promise of devastation has never felt more real. Season 3 has already tossed aside the safe, predictable path of the books. It has already dared to rewrite storylines, surprise fans, and push characters further into emotional freefall. And the trailer for Episode 8 confirms that the gloves are off. This isn't a love story anymore. It's a tragedy unfolding in real time. Fans who came looking for sweet romance are finding themselves bracing for emotional carnage. And still, no one can look away. Because that's the cruel genius of this story. Even when it hurts, even when it breaks us, we keep watching. Speculation now runs deeper than ever. Some fans are convinced that Jeremiah will be the one to walk away, leaving Belly stunned and guilty. Others believe Conrad will make a reckless, bold declaration that pulls Belly back into his arms. And then, there are the darkest theories. The ones whispering that Belly may end the episode alone, rejected by both brothers, left with nothing but regret. Whatever the truth, the trailer makes one thing clear: this episode will not give fans what they want. It will give them what they fear. And that's why it will be unforgettable. The release date is now carved into calendars, the countdown ticking louder with every passing day. Social media is already filled with watch parties being planned, theories spreading like wildfire, and fans begging each other for reassurance that maybe, just maybe, things won't end as badly as they fear. But deep down, everyone knows. The trailer doesn't lie, it taunts. And what it taunts us with is heartbreak. The writers have saved their sharpest blade for episode 8, and fans are walking willingly into the cut. Because when the episode drops, nothing will remain untouched. Jeremiah's hope, Conrad's patience, Belly's innocence, Laurel's bond, it's all dangling on the edge of collapse. Episode 8 will not heal these wounds, it will rip them wide open. And once that happens, there will be no going back. The Summer I Turned Pretty. Season 3, Episode 8 is not just another part of the story. It is the breaking point, the storm, the devastating twist that will leave fans shattered long after the screen goes dark. The trailer has given us just enough to fear it, and not nearly enough to survive it. The trailer release date for The Summer I Turned Pretty Season 3, Episode 8 isn't just a countdown, it's a ticking time bomb. Fans know it, the characters feel it, and the writers have set it in motion with brutal precision. Every moment leading up to this has been building toward collapse, and now the trailer confirms it. This is the breaking point. Belly, Jeremiah, Conrad, Laurel, every thread that has been stretched thin across the season is about to snap all at once. Episode 8 isn't coming to answer our questions gently. It's coming to rip the truth out, no matter how much it hurts. The love triangle that has defined the series is now more than messy. It's poisonous. Jeremiah's devotion, once his strength, now looks like his downfall. He has poured everything into Belly, but the trailer reveals a man standing in the shadow of a love he can't compete with. Fans can see it in the way he looks at her. He knows she isn't fully his. And the cruel part? He's right. Belly's heart, torn and battered, still leans toward Conrad no matter how much she tries to bury it. Episode 8 is the moment when Jeremiah finally sees that truth in full, and when he does, it will break him. This isn't just heartbreak, it's betrayal. Because the worst pain isn't losing someone you never had. It's losing someone you thought you'd already won. Conrad, on the other hand, is no longer content with silence. The trailer flashes hints of a boy who is finally ready to fight. Not for himself, but for the girl he has loved in secret. The girl who has haunted him. The girl he has let slip away too many times. The fandom is already screaming, will episode 8 be Conrad's final confession? Will he throw away the pact, the silence, the sacrifice, and finally tell Belly the truth? If he does, he risks destroying his brother. If he doesn't, he risks destroying himself. That's the devastating beauty of this moment. There is no right choice, only damage. And whichever way it falls, the triangle will never be the same. And Belly stands at the center, carrying the weight of choices she can't avoid anymore. The trailer shows her with that look, half guilty, half terrified, as though she knows the storm is finally here. For 2 seasons, she has been pulled back and forth, heart and mind at war, trying to love without destroying, trying to choose without losing. But now, the time for hesitation is over. Episode 8 will force her hand. She will either shatter Jeremiah, shatter Conrad, or shatter herself. And perhaps the cruelest possibility is that she will shatter them all. Fans are bracing for it, but no one is ready. Because heartbreak like this isn't a simple choice. It's a scar that lasts forever. But the trailer doesn't stop at the love triangle. It promises an even deeper wound. Laurel. The rift between Belly and her mother has been widening, and now the trailer hints at a blow-up that could eclipse every romantic twist. Laurel has always been the grounding force, the steady voice, but even she has limits. Episode 8 looks ready to show us those limits. A mother and daughter standing on opposite sides of heartbreak, screaming truths that cut deeper than any breakup ever could. Fans know this fight won't just sting, it will leave a mark. Because when family fractures, it doesn't heal easily. And when a mother loses trust in her daughter, the fallout can be even worse than losing a lover. This is the genius and cruelty of Jenny Han's story. She gives fans the sweetness, the summer romance, the laughter on the beach, and then she takes it all away, replacing it with pain that feels too real to bear. Season 3 has already gone further than the books, daring to show us moments we never expected, rewriting the rules and throwing us into emotional chaos. And now, with episode 8, she is preparing to deliver the ultimate strike. The trailer confirms it. The promises are over. The heartbreak is here. Speculation has reached a fever pitch. Will Jeremiah be the one to walk away, his heart too broken to stay? Will Conrad finally claim Belly, or will he lose her one last time? Will Belly end the episode alone, her engagement shattered, her family fractured, her heart in ruins? Or will the writers dare to take us somewhere darker, somewhere none of us predicted? The trailer gives us glimpses, but never answers. And that silence is louder than anything. Because silence means devastation.